we stood there with a couple of the elders that are not here anymore, and the spirituals that was there with us at the time said, this has high significance. We need each of you to go home and each of you to think about what you've seen here. Each of you will dream of whatever has to come to you in a dream. And you must not share this with anybody until you come back together to share. And she looked at me and she said, you must not sleep with your husband. You must not talk to your husband about this, because you have to think about what that message is going to come. There's an important message coming to you. Okay. And then she looked at me, because in my mind I'm wondering, and she looked at me, it's not for you to wonder. It's not for you to question. Oh, gee. So I went home and I told my husband, I can't sleep with you tonight. I'm going to sleep on the couch. And he just nodded. He knew, there was something behind it. But he said, I'm going to put the mat on the floor. I'll sleep in the same room. Oh, okay. Never thought anything of it. And I woke up in the middle of the night just sweating and crying. And I was saying, no, I'll do it. I do it. Just don't do what you said you're going to do. I'll do whatever you ask me to do. And I went on the road to the other elders, and we had lunch together and we shared the story. One of the elders spoke about, in my dream, they showed me the village, what it looked like. They showed me how beautiful the land was and how rich it was with all the resources, and how this little spot where we're trying to protect, that's all they have left. And then my other elders said, they showed me where they went and gathered all the medicinal, the edible, everything, along the beach, in the water, in the forest. Everything was there for them. Today there's nothing. There's nothing other than what we're trying to protect. So they're looking at me, what did you dream? Well, I had the most scariest dream. I said I was just crying when I woke up, and in my dream I'm standing in their longhouse, and I can understand them even though they're speaking their dialect, and they're having me turn around and look into the longhouse, into the main hall there. The fires were really low, but there in between the two of them was my husband. If you don't do and find a way to help us and protect us, we can take him. And when we take him, you can never replace what you share together. You can never have what you have together. It'll never be, I don't know, okay, I'm going to. So we sat there and we went over our stories and our dreams, and the elder says, well, you're going to have to do the talking. So we went and met with BC Parks, and BC Parks and the highway was quite upset with us because we were wasting their time and their money, and they wanted to make this park. And I stood up, I said, you will never, our community will never allow you to make that park, to beautify it just for the tourists to come. What you're going to take away is what we're going to protect. And when I'm not here, I'll pass my story down to another, so that story will never be lost. And I said to the parks, the main person, I said, I'm going into your home. I'm at your door, and you open it. There's no power on earth you can stop me. I'm now in your home, and I'm in your kitchen. I'm taking all those food out of your cupboard, putting it into a bundle. I'm going into your room and taking the warm bedding and your clothing and putting it into bundles. And I'm walking out the door. There's nothing you could do. You're in a corner, and there's no energy that you can stop me. But you're so afraid because you know once I walk out that door, you will never be. You will never survive without this, because it can never be replaced. That's how important that land is to us. We will not allow it to be changed into any form, because what's there is the only history we have to what the true history of how powerful our ancestors were that walked that land. they're still here today, and they will always be here today. And as long as I'm here, and when I'm gone, then the next generation will carry on. And that's a true story. And today, it has not been changed. No one's went in and put the picnic benches and paths or anything in there. And that's through the stories of that are passed down. And when you really believe in your heart the significance of one soul and how we who live on this earth need to be really mindful of our role, because over time we are given a gift. And over time I was so fortunate to be able to learn from the elders. And today I have two left, and our eldest of elders in my community that I get direction from. All the elders that I work with are all gone. But when we pray to the Creator, we know they're there. And I just want to thank you, because I know sometimes when I speak, I speak from the heart, and I'm hoping that there's a message that I gave that you have come to hear and go away with something, a little bit more understanding of First Nations and how when we get to be at a mature level, that our minds are awakened and we begin to absorb all that information that has been given to me over time. I only recall, I need to share one word, is that late Anderson and Auntie Ellen and I were on a tour on Gabiola where we were doing the Petroglyphs, looking at it and showing where they were. And it was hot, and I'm sitting on the van, and late Anderson came and sat. He turned around because I sat in the back. Well, honey, it's time you sobered up now. Oh, gee. Oh, God, how did he know? And, okay, and I just nodded. And then Auntie turned around. Do you know what he meant? Stop drinking? No, it's time for you to open your mind. It's time for you to absorb the words he's going to share with you, because you're here, and you need to make sure when you share those words again, pass them on. Those words are never tweaked or anything to benefit you. It's to share the history of what's been given to you over time. Oh, gee, thank you. There are those moments when we come to realize the importance of how we can benefit and contribute to others, whether it's sharing the history of the land, or whether it's giving guidance or cultural to another, to be able to, their life to be as happy as ours. So thank you.
Do you find that the younger generation is in your case, is sincere about keeping traditions alive, and are they recording the stories and honoring these memories and that?
I know for a fact there is. There's not only myself, there are several within the community that has taken that role. Just like we wake up one day and we say, okay, I'm not going to be backwards. I'm going to be able to share without being afraid to. I'm going to be able to pass on what I know, because an elder in our community, like I'm the young elder for VIU, but that doesn't mean I'm 65. It only means I carry the knowledge, and knowledge that's been given to me over many years, and an elder could be a very young age. Mm-hmm. So there are many in our community.
Your turn.